Hi, it's David in the Stained Glass Studio, and on this video we're going to talk about applying brass pieces to our kaleidoscope. Okay, I used a compass to draw this circle on my board so that I would have the exact center of the circle, and it's just the right size. It's the same size as the octagon and the circles that we're doing for the kaleidoscope. But what I need now, see, this is a 7/32 tube. I got the 7/32 brass tube from Ace Hardware. I had to order these. They had to order them special, so I got them from Ace Hardware online. Now what I have to do there it is. What that does for me, when I put the metal in it, it'll be perfectly square, and I'm a little bit concerned that it's not quite dead center, so I'll have to redraw my 4-inch circle a little bit. And here is I've marked 1 inch and 1 inch. This is for the octagon piece, and then I've marked a 1/4 inch and a 1/4 inch for the round spinners. So I need to cut them to length. Okay, now I need to sand them off after they're cooled off a bit. Okay, well, you need to sand off the edges of your brass. Till they're fairly smooth. You got to do it on all 4 pieces. Now then, the other thing you got to do, what I'm going to do here, shoot. Well, I think Okay, looks like there's my circle. All right, now I need a hammer. Okay, you want this to be perfectly 90 degrees, and now I'm ready to place our octagon piece on here. Okay, so you still have this one piece, this one gate open, and we're going to lay this down. Now you see how it's lined up around the circle, so you can kind of see that it's centered. And now I'm going to put a couple of pieces of pattern board under here. That'll raise it up just enough so that we'll have plenty of distance between the spinner and the kaleidoscope. Okay, so now all I need now is some solder and some flux. Okay, so I just need a little flux right here. So put Jeannie's little round spinner on here and look at that. It's right in. Couldn't ask for any better. So
Looks good.
So anyhow, while we're waiting for that to heat up, let's see how the other one fits on here. Oh, look at that one, Jeannie. That one's dead center.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you have the honors.
Okay. Do you have some more flux?
Yes, I do. We get a little bit of evaporation.
There. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, so now did you flux all around the other? So go right ahead and finish that.
Okay.
Then once that is done, I like to take a horseshoe nail to pry it up. Now you want to flip it over, put it down in the hole without burning your fingers.
It's not hot. Okay, do we need to tap it?
We might need to. I think we don't want it to. Some people use hammers, but I don't know that that was even going in. Grab that hammer there, Jeannie, and let's give that a try. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
I think you got it. All right, flux away.
All right.
And you can see that this is the side that you left flat. So you want to kind of leave that flat as
So
well.
I'm leaving this flat too. Okay. How's that?
Okay, looks great. Use your nail to pop it out.
Okay.
All right. Work on how these bolts get aligned. Now you know they start out this length, and then you have to put them down. So this one's already been soldered into a body tube, and the way you find out where it goes is you slide your two spinners on, okay, and then you have them placed at the end of the nut. So it's all the way to the end, and then you take it and solder it in place on your body tube. And it goes right there so that it'll fit perfectly. Then later you'll be able to take this nut off and pull them off. Okay, so that's how it's done and lined up. And I've already got these two set up so they can see, they just go right on there. And then you take your nut. These nuts are made for the electronics industry for lighting. You tighten it up and there it is. Then you have your finished kaleidoscope with the spirals. Alright, now what we're going to do is move on to the octagon. Now, this is the open part of the octagon, and here's our last gate. And if I put it right here, it fits on just so. Now, you'll notice that there's a slight gap right here, and there will also be one on the other side. And I want that gap there because if any water or moisture gets in there, I want it to be able to evaporate out. Okay, and if I seal it up completely, then I'll be in trouble. I won't be able to, it'll never dry. It'll be full of moisture. So here's my parts. All of these many different things. You can see the different beads and fragments of glass. Look, there's a little charm thing. Just little things. And they have to be fairly small because if they're too big, they won't flow around when you're spilling them around. So now this little thing here, this is a little tool that I bought to use when I'm pouring frit, and I figured that might work just great to be able to pour these guys in here. Woohoo, look at that. And there it is. Now, I could probably use a few more beads and whatnot in here, but maybe I need more. See that? I think I've got kind of an open space here. If you're looking through, I think I'm going to leave it just the way it is and hope that that's okay. So here is my final gate. So you can see there's a slight gap there, which is what I need. That one's kind of a big gap. Nothing's falling out, so want to make sure my bead, the nut works on here just right. If it's not on here right, then I won't be able to thread it on later. Let's see. Okay, that one. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Now, the thing I notice here is that I've got too much solder built up right there. So I'm going to have to drag some. And I think what I'm going to do so see now the bolt will fit in there. I have to make sure that it'll fit right there. And you see you got to have that spinning portion. It's got to sit right inside. I don't like the way my let's see, gotta Okay, so that's tacked, and I'll do a decorative solder a little later. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take this piece that was too short that we cut earlier. I got to get the nut on here. And I'm just gonna I got that little thread knocked down so that it'll start on the nut easier. Kind of have to back it backwards and then in. Okay, see. Now I'm going to put this on here. See, and then that'll spin as you turn it. And then what I need, let's see, I want my font. This piece here. I'm going to put it right here. I have to cut this on the saw to so that I can solder it in place. Okay, now look at that. Try and get this soldered a little better on this side. All right, well, here are a couple of legs that I tried, and I thought they'd be really cool to have, you know, some mixed copper and some wire constructions, but as you can see, they're kind of, they're just not uniform enough. So I'm going to try something different. This is 16 gauge copper. And I've got a triangle left over from making Kaleidoscope stands. And what I thought I'd do here is just make some triangle shapes. Come on. See, I've got a, that gives me a pretty nice little shape. Now I'm gonna ask Jeannie to help me find my Kaleidoscope body. Okay, well, this is our body, and I haven't quite finished the decorative pass on the solder here, but I'll get that done later. But here are two spots for the legs, and I think what I'll do here now is move my spinner. And let's see, I think I can use my base as a way to support this. I'm not sure. It might be better to have it supported like that. So I'll just flip that over. Now, of course, I need a little bit of flux. Yeah, that looks really good. It's got to go on like that. I think I can. Yeah, I think I can line it up better if I just. Have it straight up and down. Now, if I wanted to, I guess I could have put a little bit thicker wire on there. This is, you know, being 16 gauge, maybe I could have gone down to 12 gauge. And but you see, it'll work. 2 feet will work. And now I need to see if it's tall enough for the spinner. Oh, yep. Spinner will work just fine. Okay, so I've got a little bit of finished soldering to do, and then we'll see you on our next video, where we'll finish up the Kaleidoscope project.